Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming to yoga today. I hope you are looking forward to your practice as much as I am looking forward to sharing it with you. I think this is going to be an absolutely wonderful class and a great day. I don't yet know what's coming, but I know that it's just going to come out just what we need to do and that we're going to feel great by the end of it. If you happen to be new to class today, first of all, welcome. My name is Eddie. I'm so happy that you're here. I always start by letting you know that my class is not a competitive-based class. You are not competing with anyone. You're not even competing with yourself and where you were yesterday. The ideal is to try and just be with where you are at right now and gear your practice to meet your current needs. So some days you might have to push a little harder. Some days you might have to go a little easier. Some days you might be watching out for an injury or even just an ache. And so you need to kind of modify around that area. Obviously, I'm not in the room with you to help you modify. I will give options in pretty much everything that we do, but also you need to just back off when it's too much. When you want to go a little bit further, or if you know something fancier, go ahead and do that. So very, very open, very free and easy class, and just enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay? Briefly before we start, the theme that I want to put out today, it's something that actually comes from Buddhism. And it's the notion of absolute happiness. Absolute happiness versus relative happiness. Absolute versus relative. Very simple, very easy definition. I woke up this morning feeling so good, so alive, so vibrant, couldn't wait to just take on the day, had a wonderful conversation, looking forward to teaching the class, whatever it may be. I feel really good today. Did anything change in my world from yesterday? No, I don't have any more money than I had yesterday. I'm still in my same room teaching my yoga. Nothing has changed other than my internal state of being, right? Relative happiness means that I am happy because something outside of me has happened in relation. It's relative. It's in relation to something else. Absolute happiness is a state of being that exists independently of anything else. It's just the awareness of your being, the aliveness of your being, the joy of your being, the connection of your being in this moment. And it doesn't matter if you've got enough money today or you don't. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship today or you're not. It just comes from within, and that is our aim. I was working on this with a student this week. It was kind of the theme of a meditation that we were doing, and because she was really talking about happy and wanting to become happy. And this will be the last thing I say before we start. There's a quote that's attributed to the Buddha, who knows. It says, "There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way." There's no way to happiness. You don't do X, Y, and Z and then you become happy. Happiness is the way. Find it within you right now, the absolute state of being that is happy, that is joyous, that is connected, that is alive, and live that as much as you can, as often as you can, and that's the way to a happy life. Okay? So, hands together at your heart. Let's all find that inner state of happiness right now. Press your thumbs against your breastbone, sit up tall. See if you can take a sense of enjoyment simply in being you, being in this body, with this breath, working with this mind. Rub your hands, make them warm. You don't have to be different. You can be it right now. Hands to your heart. Slow breath in. Hold it. And exhale all of that breath out. So good. Do it again. Inhale. Hold it. Just joyous. Look at you breathing. Look at you holding your breath. Look at you opening up. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Holding. Very good. Exhale. We chant the mantra Om now 3 times to affirm our connection to the infinite just flow of potential of life force in the universe. Open to all possibilities. Open to all realities. Take a slow deep breath in. Om. One more time, inhale. Om. Very lovely. Put your hands on the fronts of your shins. Rock for me. Inhale. Come on forward. Exhale. Rock back and move. I see some names on the list that I haven't seen for a while, so welcome to all of you that are here. Moving back and forth. And let's do about 3 more. Your objective, your ideal, is to connect as much as you can with your breath and your movement and just allow your mind to relax. Inhale, lift your chest up. Pull against your shins. Hold your breath in. Just lift, lift, lift nice and high. And exhale. Come on back to neutral. Interlace your fingers. Exhale. Push them forward. Now we're going to round our back here for just a moment. And we're going to move through it a little bit. So when you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Maybe do a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, press your hands forward, and now round your upper back. Let's do that 3 more times. Up, back bend, exhale, rounded back. Inhale up, exhale, round. You can even feel the way the movement impacts the breath in your lungs. Inhale, exhale. Now hold this position for a moment. Take some breaths. You've got to support with your belly here so it's stable in your lower back. But take your upper body just kind of from the shoulder blades and twist to your right. As you're twisting to your right, push into your left palm and kind of open up that shoulder blade, dropping your shoulders, maybe even relaxing your chin down a little bit. No tension in your neck. Come on back through the center. Go to your left. Come on back through the center. Inhale up. Ooh, twist it here. Twist the night away. Here we go. Look back behind you. Come on back through the center. Let's go to the other side. Good. One more inhale. And come on all the way back. Really, really nice. This is the last thing that we will do before we come into our more flowing practice. Take your arms up and out like the letter V. Now, many of you know this, so you can just get started. Fingers into your hands, thumbs are up. You got hitchhiking hands, okay? If you know Breath of Fire, I want you to just go right into it right now. Start your Breath of Fire. If you don't know Breath of Fire, listen to me. You can stick out your tongue and pant like a dog. We're looking for the bounce in the belly. If you know that, you can do it through your nose. If you think I'm crazy and you don't know what I'm talking about, take long, deep breaths in and out. Anything is fine. Keep it going, though. Inhale, thumbs touch above your head. Hold that breath in, everybody, and just lift your energy up. So squeeze, squeeze. It's like pushing the toothpaste up through the tube, and pop your fingers open wide. Exhale, comb your hands down. Pull any kind of debris out of your field. Just imagine you're clearing it, you're sweeping it, letting your hands touch the floor. You release that debris into the ground. Put your hands in your lap. See yourself as a ball of light. Good. Absolute happiness, a state of being independent of external conditions. A state of contentment, a state of peace, a state of joy, a state of well-being, independent of external conditions. Good. All right, everybody. Downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. If you would prefer child's pose, come on to child's pose. But get yourself to a nice downward facing dog when you're ready and hang out a little while. And we're going to do it for about a minute. So if you need to pop down to your knees and rest for a while and go back up, that's totally fine. If you can hang the whole time with me, just hang out. I might walk in place slightly. I've been working with 2 people this week in kind of my individual private coaching and sessions that I do. And both of them find themselves in a mess. Relationship, emotional relationship, kind of falling apart mess. And the question is, can you allow yourself to be at peace with being in a mess? Just letting it be and finding your way through it in time, because here you are. Maybe you're not there, but that's where they are. If we can't find a sense of peace with where we are, we will never find that inner state of happiness. Because who knows how long it's going to take for those knots to be untied that they're in. Relative versus absolute. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. So how do you do that? Get into plank here for a moment. Hold the top of your push-up. Maybe put your knees on the ground if you need to. You have to turn your gaze within. Not just looking outside, but looking in. Now, as you're holding this, squeeze your muscles a little bit tighter. Again, knees can be on the ground. Make this a little bit more intense, a little bit more powerful. And as you look at those muscles working and you feel yourself warming up, just go right into the essence, the stillness, the peace, the balance of who you are. One more. Inhale and exhale down. Come to the ground. Cobra pose first. Chest up, heart high. Exhale down. Back bend. Inhale. Yes. Exhale down. Inhale up. Yes. Exhale down. Do you feel that stretch in your abdomen? It's nice. Inhale. Come on up. Now let's hold it here. Some of you might want to go down lower. You could put your elbows on the ground if you want to. That's fine. We call that Sphinx. Some of you may want to go up to upward facing dog, lifting your thighs up off the ground. That's okay too. I'm in Cobra. I'm going to hang here. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, when I come down, I'm going to roll to my right hip, stack my legs, and start to push up again through my hands, but looking back towards my feet. So I'm kind of in a twisted Cobra. Yeah. And come back through the center. Roll to your left side. Lift up, look back. If you can't lift all the way up, again, come down to your elbow. Beautiful. Come on back. Here we go. Hands and knees. Just hands and knees. Now we're going to work a little bit of a balance and a core strengthener combined. Take your right leg, lift it back and up. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Simple. You can do that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now take your leg back, hold it up. Here comes the first element of balance. Left arm lifts, right leg lifts, okay? Opposite arm and leg. You can do that probably. If you can't, put your hand on the ground. So that's our first element of balance. Now we're going to balance while we move. Elbow to knee without touching the ground. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, back. Exhale, crunch it in. Elbow to knee. Inhale, back. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Now I want you to come to the crunch and I want you to stay. So try and pull it up. Relax your head. Right shoulder dropping down your back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. Extend your leg back. Take your arm up. Now, let's put the hand down. Bend the right knee so your right foot, the sole, is flat up to the ceiling. Imagine you've got a big 50-pound weight on your foot and push up and up and up. So you get a little bit of strengthener for your glutes, okay? If you don't practice yoga for the spiritual awakening, maybe you practice for a shapely buttocks. I'm giving you both here. Here we go. Take one more. Inhale, lift it, and bring it down to the ground. Take your left leg, go back and up. Inhale. Follow me. Exhale, knee to nose. And back. And squeeze. Now let's come to the first element of balance. Left leg back, right hand up. Structured, just like the first side. Hold it and breathe out. If you want to move on, we're going to move with the balance. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Good. And last one, come on into that crunch. Squeeze. Very good. Slowly take it back all the way up. Put your hand down, bend your knee, and push up and up. Let's do it about 10 times. Up. Make that foot heavy. Feel the weight on it. Or put an elastic band, imaginary band over it. Push against it. All righty, we did it. We're back to downward facing dog. Shake out your head a little bit. See if you can allow yourself to slip into that state we might call neutral mind. Right? So your car is not in forward, it's not in reverse. It's just in idle, it's in neutral. Just being neutral. 3 more breaths. One more. Look forward. Bend your knees, lightly step or jump. Open. And fold down towards your legs. Move with me, arms out, chest comes up. Stay standing, hands at your heart. Again, half sun, inhale up. Fold. Open. And again, fold. Sweep up, breathe in. Do you like moving your body? Can you take enjoyment right here, right now? Inhale. Do you like your breath moving in and out? And sweep out. Do you like your mind nice and calm and quiet? Exhale, fold forward. Okay, look to the front, everybody. Put your hands on your shins and lift your spine about halfway off the ground. So you're kind of getting your back parallel to the floor. Now you may have to bend your knees right here. Maybe your legs are straight if you're very flexible. And what I could do is take my arms and reach them out to the side like wings. So I want to keep the muscles of the back engaged. I don't want to round and hump my upper back here. I want to really keep the breastbone open and forward. If it's too much, bend your knees more. Hands on the knees is fine. Otherwise, we're taking 3 more breaths. Extend your head forward. Extend your spine long. One more inhale. Now keep that length and dive. I'm going to try and wrap the hands around the back of the ankles. I'm pulling in. I'm using my arm strength. If you don't like that, just soften it a little bit. But if you can, pull it in. Good. One more. Sweep out. Come on all the way up. Now, step your feet together so that they are touching. Legs are touching, feet are touching. Sweep those hands down slowly. Let your palms face open, and for just a moment, give me your best posture. Crown is up, lifting the head up like you're magnetically being pulled up to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxing. Good. Just explore for a moment how you feel in this moment. Do you feel energized? Do you feel good? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel clear? Nothing outside of you has changed. Absolute versus relative happiness. Absolute comes from within, relative in relation to things outside of you. Hands together at your heart. Let's move through our sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Sourced within you, sourced outside of you. Look forward and inhale. Gently step or jump yourself back. Now, you could drop your knees, you could go to the floor or hover. I'm doing upward facing dog. Let's hold it for just a moment, whether you're in cobra or upward facing dog, just so we kind of feel that back bend again. Upward doggers, hands on the ground, knees lifted, only feet and hands touching the floor, and pull through your tummy. Take it back. Downward facing dog. One more, following the river back to the source. The source within you. Let's look forward, bend our knees, lightly step, hop, or jump. We're going to do a few more of these sun salutations. We'll flow through them. Exhale down, arms out, chest up. If I ever move too quickly, just pause, stay standing for a round, whatever you need. Inhale, let's go. And down. Sweep open. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Back to downward facing dog. Good. Don't approach your postures from the question of, am I good at this? Am I good enough at this pose? Approach it from, how does it feel to be here? And then how can I open it? How can I tweak it so that it feels the best to me in this moment? There's a big difference in those two attitudes. Same pose. Look forward, bend your knees, lightly step or jump up. Open halfway. You always have the power. Exhale. If you examine what you can do to feel better in it right now, inhale. Hands at your heart. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. I'm liking this right now. Look to the front. Step or jump yourself back. Good. If those of you want child's pose, hang out in child's pose for the next minute. You can still be present. You can still breathe. So I'm trying to let my heels work a little bit heavier to the ground. Get the back of those legs open. They're not touching, but they're moving towards the ground. And my tailbone is turning up. And we looking forward. And stepping or hopping or jumping. Open half away. Exhale, down we go. Arms out, chest up. And exhale to your heart. Inhale, sweep out, come up. Exhale, fold. This will be our last one like this. Look to the front. Gently step or jump yourself back. Downward facing dog. Okay, my compadres. If you want to do side plank, come into it right now. If you don't know it, I'm going to show you the basic version first, and then I'll go to the more advanced version. Anyone who knows it, move right into it. Right knee onto the floor. Left foot spins flat on the ground. Right hand on the ground, and up with your left. Okay, beautiful place to hang out just right there. Those of us that are going to move on, both legs are straight. We're stacking those feet, and I'm really lifting through my waist. I'm trying to draw that curve up. One more. Come through the center. Some of you may choose a push-up and a back bend. I'm going to demonstrate the basic pose and then go into the advanced. Left knee down, right foot flat. Great place to be. Maybe you're going to both legs straight, stacking your feet. And again, arching up through the bottom waist, lifting through the bottom waist. Maybe your top arm comes over your ear, whatever you like. Good. Come on back. And right back through the center. You want the push-up cycle? Do it. You want to leave it off? Leave it off. From downward facing dog, everybody. Walk back. 1, 2, 3. You walk back to your feet. Look to the front and inhale. Fold it all the way down towards your legs. Really, really good. Sweep those arms out. You're going to bring yourself up to the very top. And release those hands. Now I want you to start by taking a giant step forward with your right foot and then turning both feet so that they are parallel, facing the side of your mat. First stage, take your hands, run them down your legs. I love this stretch. Run down your legs. Maybe grab your ankles if you can, so your hands are on the side of your ankles. Pull yourself in, head working towards the floor, but probably not touching. You can lighten this with your hands on the ground. Even hands on blocks would be fine. Okay? 5 breaths. Yoga is fun when you decide, I like stretching, I like exploring, I like coming to know my body in this moment. It is not fun when you say, I'm too tight, I'm getting worse at this, I'm getting older. So what? Walk your hands forward. Okay? So now what I've done, you could put your hands on blocks. I've walked my hands as far forward as they'll go. But at the same time, I'm pulling my hips back. Please bend your knees if you need to here. Drop your head. Maybe elevate your hands on blocks. Hands are forward. Stick them on the ground. And pull your hippies back. Okay? Very good, right? Walk your hands back. Lift your chest all the way up to standing. All we're going to do from where we are is switch the direction of your right foot. Now that's the foot that's closest to the top end of your mat. Turn your right foot to the front. Take your back foot, rotate it inward. Oh, so slightly. Hands open to the side. This is Trikonasana. You might come into it with a little bend in your knee. Maybe you're totally straight in the leg. Bring your right hand down. Take your left hand up. Very good. Yes, a couple more. There we go. Now we're going to move from this into our hamstring stretches. This is how it happens. Your top hand comes to the ground. Just look down. Maybe bend your knee. Before I fully explore that stretch, I'm going to take my back foot, bring it a few inches closer, and really rotate the back foot in. I literally picked my whole foot up off the ground, and I've turned it almost straight forward. That allows me to shift my hips more into a line. Right hip is pulling back, left hip is drawing forward. That's going to really deepen my stretch. Relax your head, softening. You can never be in somebody else's body. You can never have their flexibility. You can never have their strength. You can only have what you've got right now. So enjoy it. Explore it, enjoy it, breathe it, celebrate it. You can't practice yoga from the state of I'm not good enough and feel better. It's just one road doesn't lead to that destination. You have to be good enough now. You have to enjoy it now. Left hand down, right hand up. Again, if you need a more flexible body to enjoy it, if you need a younger body to enjoy it, if you need a fitter body to enjoy it, then that's all relative. Absolute happiness is the enjoyment of being you now, here, in this moment, regardless of anything else. Feel it. One more. Exhale, place your hand down. Now step yourself back. Step yourself back. And come on through. Maybe you're going to do that push-up cycle. Maybe you're going to hang out. Whatever you like. Please walk your hands back to your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get all the way back. You're going to open yourself. Fold in. Sweep out, come on up. Now, I'm going to do something very similar to what we did on the first side, except just a little bit of variation. It's your left leg that goes forward. Left foot steps to the top end of your mat. Both feet turn parallel to one another. You're facing the side wall. Check this out. I'm going to interlace my hands behind my back. First thing we're going to do is lift those lift your hands. Bind them, lift them up a little bit so your elbows are bending, and squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your chest and your breastbone. Now, try and pull your hands. You may not get all the way, but try and pull your hands around the right side of your waist. Just kind of bring your hands around and then gently just squeeze your shoulders together. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. Don't worry about going far. Go the other way. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. Come on back through the center. Now, you're either going to slide your hands down or you're going to fold through the center, lifting your hands up and off your back. That, for some people, is very difficult with tight shoulders. You could put a strap or a towel between your hands and open your hands up 12 inches apart or so, and it'll give you more room. But if your shoulders don't like it, just put your hands down. Okay, bringing your hands back, lift yourself all the way up. And now we're going to do the second side of the triangle sequence. Left foot turns open towards the left. Right foot turns in just a little bit. Open your arms, take them out to the side, shifting, left hand down. Right hand goes up. So I got my triangle. I could use a block, I could bend my knee, put my hand higher, whatever. I could reach my arm over my ear, your choice. One more. Look down at the ground, slowly. Put your hand down. Take your back foot, pick it up, turn that baby in just a little bit. So I brought it forward slightly, and I turned it in. I'm going to pull my left hip back and relax my head. So get out of the future trip, get out of the past trip, and just be in the present experience. Enjoy it for what it is. Don't make it good, don't make it bad. Let it be alive. Let it be vibrant. Take your twist. Right hand stays down. Left hand goes up to the ceiling. There's a little bird right outside my window and saying hi to all of you. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Put your hand down on the ground. Step yourself back. Come forward and inhale and lower. She's got her nest right on the little beam that's outside of my window. All righty. Okay, let's bring ourselves down onto the ground, everybody. You made it. That was a really, really lovely first part of our class. So let's get ourselves down. Maybe you're going to put your forehead down and reach your arms forward in front of you. Maybe you're going to take your hands back. Let's just give it a moment to breathe. And instead of doing long, deep breath now, go into a more meditative breath where you're just the witness of your body breathing rather than the breather. Let yourself be breathed and witness it. Very good. All right. That's the way. Slowly, I want you to bring yourself up onto your hands and your knees. So we are going to take, well, let's do this first. Let's come down onto our bellies. And I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. It's a couple things I want to do. Let's see what the best way here to do this is. I think it's this. Okay, come onto your belly. Take your hands, place them on the small of your back. Place your hands on the small of your back. Okay, now what we're going to try and do is lift the chest only. So before you come up, feel your knees, feel your toenails on the floor, and inhale, see if you can lift just the chest. And exhale down. You might not get as high, you're just lifting the chest. Inhale up and down. Close your eyes 2 more times. Inhale up and down. And 1 more. Inhale. Now stay there for a couple breaths. Knees are touching the ground, toenails are touching the ground. Be low if you need to. Just kind of feel the slow, gentle curve up your back. Okay, inhale and exhale. Come on all the way down. Turn your head on a side or make a little pillow with your hands. So that was a variation on what we call locust pose, in which we are only using the upper back. What we're going to do now is move into a variation where we'll be lifting only the legs, and you'll be using your lower back for the lift. So I want you to be conscious about this. You might want to look at how I'm going to get into this pose. So the whole time you're in this pose, your forehead's going to be down on the ground, or your face is going to kind of be down on the ground. I'm going to walk my hands back. So my hands are right alongside my hips and got my forehead down. But what I really want to do with my palms facing down is roll a little bit to the right and slide my hand underneath my leg or my pelvis. Roll a little to the left, slide my left hand underneath me. So I'm sitting, the fronts of my hip bones are kind of pressing down into my forearms. So if you can, you're going to bind like that. If you cannot do that, keep your hands out from underneath you. And then when you inhale, lift your right leg up and exhale down. Lift your left leg up. Keep your right knee and foot on the floor. Exhale down. Keep your head low. Inhale, right leg. Exhale down. Left leg. Good. And take it down. Now let's try both legs. Up. You might not get high. Exhale down. And last one. Up. And now try and stay for a few breaths. If it's too much, come down. One more. And slowly. Ooh, release that. Whew. Come on all the way back. Let's do hands and knees and just do some cat-cow because we may have gotten a little pinchy in the neck with that one. Okay, next thing that I want to do. Now this would kind of be the prep for getting to a posture called Mayurasana. We will not do that pose today, but it's kind of how we would start to get into the pose. Let's work like this. This is my left hand. It's closest to the camera. I'm going to turn my left hand counterclockwise and point my fingers back. Start with that. If you can't turn your fingers all the way back, turn them a little bit, okay? And if you can do that, great. If you can add your right hand, do your right hand. So now I've got my fingers pointing back to my knee. I've got a big stretch through my wrist, through my forearm, but it gets a little bit more fun when we start to walk our hands towards each other. You may get this, you may not get this, but I have the pinky side of my hand, the pinky side of my palm, all touching one another. The other fingers are flat on the ground. Don't do it if it's too much. The next phase, and you could simply do it with one hand, the next phase would be to try and lift a palm up off the ground, but I'm stretching my fingers, okay? Or maybe you're lifting both at the same time. If you're only lifting one palm up, just lift one palm up and then switch it to the second side. Hands can be together or apart. This is just a really deep palm and finger stretch. Some of you may hate it, some of you may like it. Very good. Go ahead and put it back down. That's about all we're going to do today. Eventually what happens in this posture is that you lift the palms up, you squeeze your elbows in, and the first stage would be to put your head on the ground, okay? But I'm not going to really have you do it. I'm just kind of showing you where it goes. Eventually all of your body weight is kind of on your wrists turned backwards, and it's just nutty. But at least you started it a little bit. Go ahead and come on back for a second and just roll and roll. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, put your hands in your lap for just a moment. If you can't sit on your heels, come into a cross-legged seat. Let's take a couple breaths. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Imagine that when you breathe, there's a paintbrush. It goes up your back. Inhale, sweeps right up your spinal column. When you exhale, sweeps right down your spinal column. Feel that. Inhale up. Exhale, feel the paintbrush sweep down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll do 3 more. Very good. One more. Okay. And relax. Open your eyes up, everybody. Let's try a posture called Dandasana. Take your legs, stretch them straight forward in front of you, and I'm going to reach back, grab my tush, pull it back. I want to feel the front edge of my bones against the floor. So I don't want to be rounded back like this. I want to be almost tilted forward before I get into the pose. For some of you, a really excellent option is get a blanket, fold it, and sit up on the blanket. That'll help so much if you're tighter in this, yeah? Another option would be to bend your knees a little bit if you're tighter, because Dandasana, you want to think about it as a right angle. Start to take your hands and come up to the ceiling. Now, hopefully you can see that in my back, that it's really, really straight. I'm not rounding into the pose, but I'm coming up very, very straight in the posture. And I've got my legs as strong and as straight as they can be. Take a deep breath. And exhale. I want you to put your hands down on the ground right alongside you. Bend your knees, cross your right ankle in front of your left ankle for a moment. And all we're going to do is imagine you want to push yourself into a somersault. Lean into it a little bit, and then try and lift your hips up off the ground. If that's too much in your wrists, you can put it on fists and try and lift. If you can't do it, just lean into it and don't lift. If you can, get it up. Give me 3 or 4 breaths. I'm not using my feet here. They're just on the ground, but I'm not pushing with my legs. And come on down. Stretch your legs forward. Dandasana. Second time. Take your hands, reach them up. Again, I want you to go for that flat back. This is a tough one. It should be. It's hard to sit up completely straight. One more breath. Put your hands down. Bend your ankles. Cross them the other way. For me, that's my left ankle in front. Get those heels on the ground. Roll in like you're going to do a somersault. If you can add more, push and get your butt up off the ground for a couple of breaths. Lovely. One more. And come on down. Stretch your legs forward. Last time. Again, you might want to reach back, get that flesh out. Take your hands. You're going to come up. If you're tighter, please bend your knees. Exhale forward. Paschimottanasana. Straight, right out over the legs. Either bent knees or straight legs. It's easy to get stuck in that round, so try and get under your breastbone. Beautiful. Very, very good work, yes? Inhale, lift yourself all the way back up. Now I'm going to offer you 2 twists. It's going to be like this. Start by taking your left knee. We'll just start with the left because you can see it better. Pull your left knee into your body and try and cross your left foot outside your right leg. I want you to keep the right leg straight. Twist back. So left hand comes behind you. Maybe your elbow comes outside your knee. You're going to lift and twist. Lift and twist. Just a simple twist to get us started, and then I'm going to show you what we can do from here. I have 3 more. That's the way. Come on back through the center. Now check it out. I'm going to take my foot and bring it back onto the left side of my right knee. I'm going to pull my toes up so I'm standing on the heel of my left foot. My right hand is going to extend, thumb down, and catch the baby toe side of the foot. Thumb down, catch the little toe side of the foot. Now from here, lean back a little bit, start to lift your foot. You might go to a bent knee, but those of us that can go for more, try and straighten it. Just get as straight as you can. Lift your chest up. I've been doing this a lot lately. I really like this one. I'm going to take the left foot, start to drag it over to the right. And then if I can, I'm going to pull the left arm up so I'm totally balancing. Think of that back that you had in Dandasana. I want that really tall, nice tall back. Pull it over, twist it open. Oh boy, come on back. See, it's not too hard. Pull your right knee into your body, cross it outside your left leg. Take a twist. Good. Exploration, not judgment. Exploration, noticing what is, noticing how you can maybe shift a little bit what is, but not defining what is right now as good or bad or anything else. Just being here in the moment in your practice. Come on back. Take that foot, move it once again to the outside of the left, or towards the inside of the left knee is what I mean to say. Stand on your heel, pick your toes up, left hand, opposite hand. Turn your thumb down. Catch the baby toe side of the foot. From here, lean back. Maybe you do it with a bent knee, lift up your spine tall. Maybe you're going towards straight, or maybe you're all the way straight. And twist. Start to pull that leg across to the left. You get that wonderful deep sciatic nerve stretch as well as hamstring stretch. And then I'm going to take my right hand and lift it up. And I'm going to pull it apart. Perfect. Come on back all the way through the center. Put your feet down on the ground. Roll onto your back, everybody. If you want to rock a few times on your spine, go ahead and do it. Inhale, you roll back. Exhale, you roll forward. So squirt that energy up into your brain. Inhale, it goes into the brain. Exhale, down. Inhale, up to the brain. Exhale to the tail. Distribute it 3 more times. If you're just on your back, that's fine too. You can just rock around a little bit if you're not doing the full thing. Totally fine. And exhale, come on down. Put those knees bent, feet on the floor. Knees are bent rather up to the ceiling, feet are flat on the floor. We are ready to close this show down. It's been a beautiful Saturday. Let's start with our basic bridge pose. Hips up, hands interlacing beneath your body. You squeeze your shoulders. It doesn't get any better than finding that state of absolute happiness, absolute well-being, absolute contentment, absolute peace within you. There's so much freedom in that when things outside of us don't have to change. We're not waiting around to be happy. We're being happy now. Being peaceful now, being content now. One more, inhale. Being satisfied now. Exhale, come on, all the way down. Some of you want to come into wheel pose. The way you would do it, you would bring your hands right alongside your ears. Fingers would point in towards your shoulders. You can pop up to the top of your head. Otherwise, perhaps you want to take one more bridge. Or maybe you just want to rest on your back with your eyes closed, soaking in the good vibes. Good. Come on down. Yoga is so easy. It's so liberating when you give yourself the permission to be who you are. Pull your right knee into your body. Drop it over to the left. So I'm just a little twist. Maybe you want to cross your legs. Maybe you want to do single bent knee. Let's go to the second side. The second side, pull my left knee over to the right. Enjoying that. Left arm out to the left. There we go. Come on back. All the way through the center. Okay. Once you take your legs, stretch them away. On the floor, turn your palms so they're facing up. Okay, we're going to do a breath called Dolphin Breath. We're going to do it maybe 5 or 6 times, and then we'll be completely in our Shavasana. Let me explain it to you briefly. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to hold your breath in. Now, you can let your belly kind of expand like a balloon. You can let your chest expand. When you're holding the breath, imagine that you're a dolphin and you're just swimming. You know how they swim underneath, so graceful underneath, just kind of riding those ocean currents, riding the energy. And then you're going to exhale like you're releasing it out your blowhole. It will be like this. Okay, so through the lips, you're going to kind of pop the breath out like a dolphin releasing the breath out the blowhole. Let's try this together. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it in for just a moment. Feel the energy coursing through your body. Imagine that you're just floating on the current, swimming, and then out the mouth. Okay, I'm going to let you keep doing that. Inhale through the nose. Hold it in for a moment. Feel the energy. Feel it swimming through you. Feel you in the larger ocean. And out the blowhole. And inhale deeply. Hold it in. Again, relax into the current, the dolphin swimming. Out the blowhole, pop it. 2 more. Inhale, nose. As you hold, don't squeeze. Just hold and feel yourself swimming. Out the blowhole. Last time. Inhale. Holding. And blow it out. Now let yourself come into total relaxation. Feel that powerful sense of energy now. That's just coursing through you. And as you relax, as you soften your body, as you soften your breath, let yourself flow towards the source of the current. All right, slowly breathe in and out. If you feel like resting longer, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You're welcome to just chill on your backs. But those of us that are ready to move on into our day, come on up. All right, let's finish with our final Om. Take your hands together at your heart. Nice deep breath in. Very good. Rub your hands together, everybody. Make them warm. Take your hands over your head and your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.